Hello, this is Haley with Inside Out Busan's The Road to 2030 Busan World Expo. We have a panel of expat experts on the 2030 Busan World Expo.
여러분 안녕하세요. 저는 왕일입이라고 합니다. 부산 외국인 주민 대표자 회의 생활 역량 강화분과 위원장을 맡고 있습니다.
Yes.
글로벌 시티 부산 자문 위원도 활동하고 있습니다.
So my name is Adrienne. I reside here in Busan, and my job is a content creator.
So my research, I'm a research associate with the Wellness Tourism Association that's based in North America in Colorado. I'm a competitive kind of person, and I hear that Busan's competition is Moscow and perhaps Riyadh, right? So I think of when I compare Busan, where we all live, Busan has a big advantage in the fact that Korea, South Korea, they really model the Western values that the French, who are the organizers of this event, I think they kind of can agree to. And I think if Korea can, I don't know the right word, like maybe virtue signal those things that Korea has that some of these other places do not have, I think that Korea has a big advantage in terms of attracting the French to having them host the expo.
So I'm going to give my answer from the standpoint of an influencer, I guess you could call me, and kind of a millennial standpoint. I think right now, social media is everything as far as advertising goes. These days, a lot of companies, they don't really want to put their budget into actual big commercials. They want to use smaller influencers like myself. And I really think to make this expo happen and to get Busan's name out there even more, the Busan government, I think it's really important right now that they outsource and use a lot of the foreigners here in Korea to spread the word on Busan.
Are there any particular trends or are there particular types of social media contents, whether it be certain videos, certain types of videos, challenges, or threads that really sell, so to speak, that kind of get a better reaction amongst others? I
think right now, cheap travel. Whenever I do, small budget videos, I'm really amazed at how well they perform, showing people how they can, travel on a dime, or, I do a lot of just random challenges like eating at convenience store type of challenges. Things like that I think really catch people's attention because it's a little bit out of the norm. And especially, after, the past 2 years, a lot of people are wanting to travel. So showing how people can do it low budget, I think that can really, catch people's attention.
In order to promote the city, we do need to work on specialized content. When you think of Busan, what specialized thing comes to your mind?
부산이라고 하면 흔히 떠오르는 게 갈매길. 지금 최근에 부산시에서도 관광 코스로 만들어지고 있고,
그렇죠.
그리고 아름다운 바다, 맛있는 해산물, 그리고 서울에 비해서 저렴한 물가, 그리고 뭐 제주도나 서울을 가지고 있는 자연 경관은 물론이고 부산만의 나름대로 살기 좋은 도시, 행복한 도시, 그런 이미지로 추진했으면 좋겠습니다.
But one of the things that I noted in my recent paper was that Korea has been overall doing a very good job compared to a lot of other countries in dealing with COVID. I think that one of the things that Busan, besides the beauty and the mountains and the beach, can do is they can kind of sub-communicate that we handle COVID very well, because if they're making that decision in 2023, probably COVID is going to be over, but it's going to be still in people's minds.
But as far as increasing competitiveness goes, I think Busan just needs to continue to differentiate itself compared to other large cities. When I think of Busan, I think of, and you're only going to understand this if you live here, but slow city living. Living in Busan, you are in a city and you do get that city life, but you can experience much like kind of smaller things like going to a beach or hiking a mountain in the same day. And I actually have lived in other city in Korea. I lived in Seoul, and there's really no comparing the two. I think Busan is a place that is so incredibly unique compared to other large cities that the expo has been held in, such as at least in America, Seattle and New York City. It's really its own unique place. So yeah, I think it can just differentiate itself by showing that it's the type of city that is not only a big city, but also has small areas inside of it as well that can be enjoyed.
So during this conversation with Adrian and Professor and Haley, I had this image that I'm on the beach in Busan and it's 2030 and all of these tourists from all over the world are walking up to me and asking questions about where to eat and where to go, and the beach is packed with this international crowd of people, and there's no masks, and everyone's happy and enjoying the beautiful Busan.
부산 엑스포 2030 꼭 성공적으로 유치할 수 있도록 부산에 거주하고 있는 부산 시민 350만 명과 부산에 거주하고 있는 외국인 8만 명 함께 이 소원을 이루지도록 노력합시다.
But yes, this has been Professor Danny Kessler, Adrian Hill, and Professor Wang Eurip. And this was Haley with the Road to 2030 Busan World Expo. And hopefully this experts panel got us a little bit closer to the ultimate destination. Thank you so much.